Pick up. We Need You. By Schrijverr. Read by My Lost and Found. Summary. Peter gets a call in class. It's Tony. No one believes it, so Iron Man himself comes to pick him up. This fic is about 900 words and 1 chapter. It is rated general audiences and no archive warnings apply. As always, link to the fic is in the description. And on with the story. It was a normal day. A day you would say like any other. Peter was sitting in English and was, for once, paying attention. He liked this teacher. Mr. Heckles was his name. He was very chill overall and let students get away with a lot. The only thing he was strict about were phone calls. If you got called in class, you had to answer it in front of the class on speaker, which honestly wasn't so bad, because no respectable teenager had their phone on something other than silent or vibrate. So, a chill class and a normal day. Unluckily for Peter, however, was that his aunt had scolded him for not picking up his phone while he was working in the lab with Tony. So last time he'd been there, he'd put his sound on, and he hadn't remembered to put it off again. Extra unlucky for Peter was the chorus of "toxic" that was ringing through the class, signaling that he was being called right now. The moment it started, Peter's head shot up, and he turned bright red. He scrambled for his backpack and said, "Sorry, I can put it off."
No, it's obviously very important. Otherwise, it could have waited till the end of my class,"
Mr. Heckles said. Peter glanced down and saw that Tony was calling him. The ID picture of Tony asleep on the ground glared at him. He wished that the ground would just swallow him up and pressed answer. Tony's voice rang through the class, saying,
"Hey, Underoos, is there any way you could sneak out of that hell you call school? I need you for..."
Peter cut him off.
"I'm gonna stop you right there. You're on speaker and I'm in class."
He could hear the frown in Tony's voice.
"Why would you do that, kid?"
Peter rolled his eyes and said,
"I didn't want to. It's a stupid rule here. If you get called in class, you have to answer in front of class. But that's not important. Why do you need me? I might be able to get out."
The whole class was confused. No one knew who he was talking to or what it was about. Mr. Heckles bristled a bit when Peter said, "a stupid rule," and he wondered who would want Peter out of school. The voice said,
"So, everyone can hear me now?"
"Yup," Peter answered. The voice addressed the others.
"Hey, Mr. Teacher, I need you to let Peter go. I need him, and it's part of his contract that he's always ready to serve me."
That raised some eyebrows in the class. Mr. Heckles said,
"I can't just let you take a student out of my class. I didn't even know who you are, and what Peter is contracted for." "Oh, I assumed everyone always recognized me,"
the voice said.
"Ego,"
Peter coughed.
"Watch your tongue, kid," Tony said. "I'm Tony Stark, and Peter is my intern, and there is a classified situation."
The class and teacher burst out laughing. The teacher sobered up first. He said,
"I don't know who you are, but you should not play into some kid's fantasies. He needs education. Leave him alone."
Peter facepalmed. He knew Tony's ego couldn't handle it, and his dad instincts would want to defend Peter's honor. He heard the sound of a suit in the distance, and his will to live disappeared. Tony bristled.
"Well, then I just need to prove it to you. Besides, Peter doesn't even need education. He's way too smart to be here."
Peter turned redder at that, and avoided the looks of his classmates. He was so distracted that he noticed his teacher too late. Mr. Heckles plucked Peter's phone from his hand and said to Tony,
"You can prove it later. Peter's going to hang up now and get back to class.
He then hung up and told him,
Peter, get back to your seat. I'll talk to the principal about this. I can't tolerate this behavior.
Flash laughed and taunted him while he got back to his seat. He couldn't even listen to what the teacher was telling him. He was too busy thinking about what Tony might need him for and how he could sneak off between classes. He was still thinking about that when the door was pushed open and Tony Stark walked in, adorned in his Iron Man suit. The faceplate disappeared and he said,
Hey, here to prove stuff and take Peter. Hurry up, we don't have a lot of time.
Everyone's mouth fell open, and Peter tripped over himself, quickly packing his stuff and hurrying to the door. No one said anything. Peter greeted Tony.
Hey, Tony, how are you? What's the problem? I'm good, kid. You honestly waste your time here. You sure you don't want to get out of here?
Tony said. Peter shook his head, and Tony said,
Whatever. It's your choice, kid.
And as they were walking about, you could hear Tony say,
We just need some help with a base that has come to light. We need to take them out before they attack. We suspect that they want to do that tomorrow, so time is of the essence. You know how Steve and the president can be. Take no risks when it comes to the safety of civilians and all that.
The class looked at each other. This was so much to take in at once. They didn't know what to think or believe, but one thing was for sure. No one would question Peter again, and his phone conversations were private going forwards. And that is all for this short podfic. It's always nice, Tony just showing up places in fics, and everyone's like, what the fuck? And Peter's just like, okay, let's go. It's just a lovely little dose of MCU and Spider-Man and Iron Man. It's great. I enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, that is all for this short, quick podfic. If you guys did enjoy, link in the description, go leave a kudos, go leave a comment. There we go. Words for the original author. I am sure they appreciate it. Anyway, that is all for this time. I will see you guys next time.